Have you ever wondered if your desire to help your children might be holding them back? As parents, it's natural to want to protect and guide our kids, especially as they grow older. But sometimes, our actions, though well-meaning, can prevent them from developing the independence and life skills they need. In today's video, we'll explore 8 surprising ways that being overly good to your children can backfire, and why setting healthy boundaries is one of the most loving things you can do for them. Stick around until the end, because we'll uncover how you can support your adult children in the best way possible while still maintaining a fulfilling relationship for both of you. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know, so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. 1. Overparenting. Enabling instead of empowering. As parents grow older, one of the most common and often well-intentioned traps they can fall into is the urge to overparent their adult children. After years of providing care, guidance, and support, it's only natural to feel a deep sense of responsibility for their well-being, especially when they face the challenges of adulthood. The desire to protect them from pain or difficulty may feel stronger than ever, as you watch them navigate the complexities of work, relationships, finances, and other adult responsibilities. However, when you step in to solve every problem for them, whether it's offering financial support without question, managing their disagreements, or fixing their mistakes, you may unintentionally enable a sense of dependency, which can be detrimental to their long-term development. Overparenting often stems from a place of love and concern, but it can inadvertently undermine your children's ability to stand on their own 2 feet. When you continuously step in to shield them from challenges, you prevent them from gaining the necessary experience that helps them grow. It's important to remember that adulthood is about learning how to face difficulties, make decisions, and take responsibility for one's actions. By constantly intervening, you are not allowing them to cultivate these essential life skills. Instead of immediately offering a solution, consider providing the space and encouragement for them to work through problems on their own. Empowering your children means trusting them to figure things out, even if it means they make mistakes along the way. After all, failure is often the most powerful teacher. When they learn to navigate setbacks, they develop resilience, adaptability, and problem-solving abilities that will serve them well throughout their lives. The act of stepping back can also have profound benefits for your relationship with your adult children. By trusting them to make decisions, you send a powerful message that you believe in their capabilities. This not only builds their confidence, but also fosters a healthier, more respectful dynamic between you and them. They will feel more independent and respected, while also recognizing that they have the strength to handle whatever life throws their way. In some cases, the greatest gift you can give your adult children is the opportunity to struggle a bit. While it's difficult to watch them face hardship, it's important to recognize that it's through these struggles that they will find their strength. These moments of difficulty will help them learn to prioritize, manage their time, and build the perseverance needed to overcome future obstacles. By stepping back, you are giving them the freedom to discover their path and forge their way through life. In doing so, you are empowering them to grow into capable, independent adults, ready to face the world with the skills, wisdom, and confidence they've earned. 2. Ignoring their need for independence. As parents, it's completely natural to want to stay deeply involved in your children's lives, especially as they transition into adulthood. You've spent years guiding them, nurturing them, and watching them grow. However, as your children mature and become adults, it's essential to recognize that they need the space to establish their own identities, make their own decisions, and live independently. While this might be challenging, it's a necessary step in their development and autonomy. When your children reach adulthood, they are no longer the same as they were when they were younger. They've acquired their perspectives, experiences, and goals that are distinct from your own. They are now navigating the world on their terms, and part of their personal growth involves having the freedom to make mistakes, learn from them, and become the person they are meant to be. As much as you want to continue providing advice and support, it's important to recognize that over-involvement can hinder this process. For example, when you call them every day to check in or offer unsolicited advice on how to handle their job, relationships, or daily tasks, you might unintentionally communicate that you don't trust them to make decisions on their own. Even if your intentions are loving and well-meaning, your frequent intervention can make them feel suffocated, like they are still being treated as children. This can create tension and discomfort in your relationship, as they may begin to resent the lack of space and independence, feeling as though they are not being treated as adults. Furthermore, constantly making decisions on their behalf, whether it's deciding where they should live, what career path they should take, or how they should spend their time, can undermine their confidence and independence. The constant stream of advice, although rooted in care, may inadvertently send the message that you believe they aren't capable of managing their affairs or facing challenges without your help. This can stifle their personal development and strain their relationship over time. It's crucial to recognize that your children, now adults, are more than capable of making their own decisions. While your role as a parent will always be important, it evolves into one that is more about offering support and guidance when asked, and providing a safe space to discuss challenges. Allowing them the space to flourish in their own time, in their way, fosters self-reliance and confidence. This doesn't mean you stop caring or stop being there for them when they need you. Rather, it means trusting them enough to let them explore life on their own, without constantly intervening or directing their choices. It's a delicate balance between showing love and offering the freedom for them to live their own lives fully, without the weight of constant oversight. The key is to trust that they are capable and to honor their need for independence, even if it feels difficult at times. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 3. Financial overreach. Offering too much without boundaries. One of the most loving and impactful gestures you can offer your children is financial support. In a world where financial challenges are common, assisting can help ease their burdens, especially during difficult times. However, if you consistently offer financial help without establishing clear boundaries or expectations, you might unintentionally foster a sense of entitlement and dependency. While it might seem like you're being generous and caring, paying for their bills, housing, or lifestyle expenses on an ongoing basis can prevent them from developing essential life skills. Financial support should be a tool for empowerment, not an ongoing safety net that allows them to avoid learning about money management. When you pay for their every need, you may be inadvertently shielding them from the very experiences that would help them grow into financially independent adults. Struggling with finances, even in small ways, can teach children valuable lessons that can last a lifetime, such as budgeting, saving, and planning for the future. These lessons equip them with the tools they need to navigate the adult world with confidence, responsibility, and self-reliance. Allowing your children to face financial challenges on their own, within reason, teaches them that money management requires discipline and hard work. It shows them that there are consequences for spending beyond their means, and that they must plan and make decisions with an eye toward long-term stability. It also reinforces the importance of setting financial goals, prioritizing needs over wants, and taking ownership of their financial future. Setting firm, but loving, boundaries around financial support does not mean you stop helping your children when they are truly in need. It simply means that your help is thoughtful and strategic. It's about teaching them that support is not endless or unconditional, but rather, it's there to encourage them to solve their problems and find creative solutions. By making it clear that financial assistance is not a given, you help your children build the resilience and resourcefulness they need to thrive on their own. While it's natural to want to shield your children from hardship, you must balance this instinct with the understanding that challenges often provide the most growth. When children are allowed to struggle, even a little, they develop problem-solving abilities, learn to handle setbacks, and gain the confidence that comes with overcoming difficulties on their own. It's through these struggles that they learn the real value of money, how to manage it wisely, and the importance of independence. You can still be a guiding presence in their financial journey, offering advice, listening when they seek counsel, and providing support in moments of genuine crisis. However, they must understand that the goal is to help them become self-sufficient, not reliant on you for their every need. By setting clear boundaries, you empower your children to take charge of their financial future, teaching them that while love is unconditional, financial support should be earned and used wisely. 4. Ignoring your own needs in favor of theirs. As parents, there's an inherent drive to prioritize the needs of our children. From the moment they are born, we are conditioned to nurture, protect, and support them. This instinct can feel particularly pronounced as we grow older, when we often take on the mindset that our role is to continuously guide and care for them through every stage of life. Whether they are toddlers, teenagers, or even adults, the drive to ensure their happiness, success, and well-being can become all-consuming. However, amid this intense focus on their lives, we may unintentionally overlook our own needs, emotional, physical, and mental. This tendency to put ourselves last can become even more pronounced as we age. We might feel a deep sense of responsibility to provide support for our children, sometimes even at the expense of our health and happiness. The more we give, the more we might feel we should give, believing that self-sacrifice is the ultimate form of love. Yet, in doing so, we risk depleting ourselves, both emotionally and physically. By constantly prioritizing their needs above our own, we can find ourselves on the brink of burnout, overwhelmed by a sense of exhaustion that seems to have no end. The result can be feelings of resentment, frustration, or even bitterness, as we come to realize that we have poured so much into others while neglecting to replenish ourselves. It's essential to recognize that caring for ourselves is not a luxury. It is a necessity. Our emotional, physical, and mental well-being directly impacts how we show up in the world and how we can continue to support those we love. When we fail to take care of ourselves, we run the risk of becoming depleted, which in turn affects our ability to be a source of positivity, encouragement, and love for our children. We may even struggle with feelings of guilt, believing that putting ourselves first somehow makes us less of a good parent. However, this couldn't be further from the truth. Setting healthy boundaries and carving out time for our own needs, whether it's a quiet moment to ourselves, time for physical exercise, or seeking emotional support, helps us maintain the energy and clarity needed to continue being a strong presence in our children's lives. Moreover, by practicing self-care, we provide a powerful example for our children. In a world where many are overwhelmed by the pressures of daily life, teaching them the importance of balance and self-preservation is an invaluable lesson. It shows them that taking care of one's well-being is not selfish, but rather an essential part of living a healthy and fulfilling life. When we care for ourselves, we are better equipped to care for others, whether that's offering a listening ear, providing guidance, or simply being present. Ultimately, by nurturing our health, we can better nurture those around us, especially our children, ensuring that we can continue to support them without losing sight of our own needs. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 5. Living vicariously through them. As parents, it's natural to want the best for your children. You want them to be successful, fulfilled, and happy, perhaps even more than you were at their age. However, this intense desire to see them excel can sometimes lead to a dangerous pattern of living vicariously through them. It can be all too easy to project your unfulfilled dreams, hopes, and aspirations onto your children, especially when you see them struggling to find their place in the world. Whether it's pushing them into a career path that aligns with your ambitions, enrolling them in extracurricular activities you never had the opportunity to pursue, or imposing your definition of success on them, this well-intentioned behavior can cause lasting harm to your relationship with your children. Children are not extensions of us. They are individuals in their own right. They have their unique personalities, desires, and dreams. When you try to live out your unfulfilled ambitions through them, you risk overshadowing their interests and stifling their personal growth. For instance, if you push your child into a career they have no interest in simply because it was something you always dreamed of achieving, they may feel trapped, misunderstood, or resentful. The weight of your unspoken expectations can create a sense of disconnection, as your child may begin to feel that their value is contingent on meeting your goals, rather than their own. By living through them, you unintentionally send the message that their individuality doesn't matter, and their own dreams are secondary to yours. This can lead to feelings of inadequacy, self-doubt, and confusion. Your children may come to believe that they have to live up to the expectations of others, rather than trusting their own instincts and desires. Instead, it is essential to remember that every child is their person, with their path to follow. Your role as a parent is not to force them down the road you wish you had taken, but to support and guide them as they navigate their journey. Embrace the idea that their dreams, even if they are different from yours, are just as important. Encourage them to explore their passions, make their own decisions, and take risks, without the pressure of fulfilling their unmet dreams. This doesn't mean abandoning your hopes for their future, but rather shifting your perspective. It's about giving them the space to discover who they truly are and allowing them to take pride in their achievements, regardless of whether those achievements align with your expectations. When you take a step back from imposing your desires on them, you open the door to a deeper, more authentic connection. Your child will feel valued for who they are, not for the person you want them to be, which helps nurture their self-confidence and independence. Supporting them as they pursue their dreams, without your wishes shadowing their every move, creates an environment in which they can flourish. It shows them that they are loved and accepted for their uniqueness, and it fosters a sense of autonomy that is crucial for their emotional development. As they build their confidence and sense of self, their relationship will grow stronger. You will no longer be burdened by the weight of your unmet desires, and you will be able to celebrate their journey as a family, embracing their individuality with joy and pride. 6. Overstepping boundaries in their relationships. As your children grow and mature, they will inevitably begin forming their relationships: romantic, platonic, and professional. These relationships will be an important part of their emotional and social development. As a parent, it's entirely natural to want to protect them and offer guidance, especially when it comes to matters of the heart or the people they choose to surround themselves with. You may feel a deep sense of responsibility to ensure they make wise, thoughtful choices. However, it's important to recognize that there is a delicate balance between offering sound advice and overstepping your boundaries by becoming too involved in your relationships. Constantly offering unsolicited advice can unintentionally convey the message that you don't trust their judgment or that you don't believe they are capable of making decisions on their own. Criticizing their partners, whether directly or behind their backs, can create unnecessary conflict and discomfort, damaging the trust you've worked so hard to build. Similarly, inserting yourself into their personal life, showing up uninvited to gatherings, or trying to mediate their conflicts without being asked can lead to feelings of resentment and push your children away. While it's normal to have concerns, it's vital to remember that your children, now adults themselves, need to have the space to make their own choices and learn from their experiences, even if those experiences don't align with your preferences. Overstepping those boundaries can create tension and misunderstandings, ultimately leading to a strained relationship where communication becomes one-sided or absent altogether. Instead, strive to respect their autonomy and their right to choose their partners and navigate their relationships independently. Offer your support when asked, but refrain from inserting yourself into their personal affairs unless they specifically request your involvement. It's essential to honor their ability to make decisions for themselves, whether those decisions are good or bad, as this encourages them to build their own self-confidence and problem-solving skills. By allowing them the space to grow, you not only show that you trust them but also allow them to learn from both their successes and their mistakes. Fostering this kind of trust and respect within your relationship with your children strengthens your bond and helps them navigate the complexities of relationships with a sense of independence and security. Encouraging them to communicate openly with you when they need guidance, without pushing your own agenda, creates an environment where they feel supported, understood, and empowered to make decisions that are right for them. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 7. Failing to respect their life choices. As parents, it is natural to want what's best for your children, but sometimes that desire can unintentionally lead to frustration and disappointment when their choices don't align with your expectations or values. Throughout their lives, your children will make decisions that you may not fully understand or agree with. They may choose a career path that doesn't seem promising in their eyes, marry someone they feel isn't the best match, or adopt a lifestyle that challenges their beliefs. These moments can be incredibly difficult, especially when you believe these decisions might lead to hardship, confusion, or even heartache. However, it's important to recognize that, as much as you want to protect them from potential mistakes, your children must have the space to make their own choices, learn from them, and grow as individuals. This is a natural part of their development and is essential for their self-discovery and independence. The more you express disapproval, offer unsolicited criticism, or attempt to alter their path, the more you risk creating distance in your relationship. Your children may feel misunderstood, unsupported, or even alienated, which can lead to a breakdown in trust and communication over time. Instead of questioning or criticizing their decisions, focus on offering your support and understanding, even if you don't share their perspective. This approach may not always come easily, but it is essential to remember that respect for their autonomy is a form of love. Supporting their choices, whether or not you agree with them, allows your children to feel safe in their independence. It also fosters an environment where they know they can rely on you for guidance when they are ready to seek it. This doesn't mean abandoning your values or pretending to agree with everything they do. You can still hold on to your beliefs while showing respect for their right to make their own decisions. By doing so, you demonstrate trust in their ability to navigate life on their terms, which in turn builds a deeper, more respectful relationship. Over time, your children may come to appreciate your support, even if they don't always understand it at first. They will know that they are free to make their own choices without fear of judgment or rejection. By fostering a space where your children feel understood, loved, and respected, you are strengthening the foundation of your relationship. As they continue to grow, they will come to you for advice, not out of obligation, but because they trust and value your guidance. In the end, their autonomy, combined with your unwavering support, will allow for a more meaningful, long-lasting connection. 8. Holding on to the past, refusing to let go. As time passes, it can be incredibly difficult to let go of the memories and moments when your children were younger, when they looked to you for guidance and depended on you for everything. Those were the days when they needed your support in ways that now seem distant and almost unreal. In your heart, you may yearn for those simpler times, when your role as a parent was clearly defined, and your children's needs were more immediate. However, as your children grow into adults, they evolve into individuals with their own distinct identities, ambitions, and responsibilities. Holding on to the past, trying to recreate those earlier experiences, or treating your adult children as though they were still children can unintentionally place a heavy burden on them, stifling their growth and development. Constantly reminiscing or attempting to relive old memories can lead to a cycle where you're not truly seeing your children for who they are in the present moment. You may be holding on to outdated perceptions of them that no longer reflect their true selves. When you cling to the role of the caregiver or the nurturer, as if your children still need you in the same way, you may inadvertently diminish their ability to stand on their own 2 feet. This can create friction in your relationship and create a sense of tension where both you and your children feel misunderstood. The reality is that your children are now adults with their own unique lives, filled with new priorities, responsibilities, and goals. They are carving out their paths and making decisions that are influenced by their experiences, values, and dreams. As a parent, it's important to recognize this shift and honor their individuality. Embrace who they are today, not who they once were. This is a crucial step in evolving your relationship with them into one that is based on mutual respect and understanding. Rather than viewing their independence as a loss, see it as a victory for both of you. By acknowledging and celebrating their growth, you are affirming their autonomy and the strength of your relationship. Encourage them to pursue their dreams, even if they don't align with your expectations or past visions for their future. Recognize that their journey may look different from yours, but that doesn't make it any less valuable. When you stop holding on to outdated perceptions and start appreciating the adults your children have become, you open the door to a more mature, balanced, and healthy relationship. This shift will not only help them grow but will also allow you to enjoy a new phase of parenthood, one where both parties can learn from each other, communicate openly, and create meaningful memories in the present. So, what have you learned from today's video? Have you realized how setting boundaries and allowing your children to grow independently can strengthen your relationship and empower them? I'd love to hear what stood out to you. Comment below with one thing you've learned and plan to bring into practice in your life. If you found this video helpful, please leave your comment, like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more insightful content like this. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.